Why can't I see you? I mean, just go ahead and talk.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you.
So
It's a little
awesome.
quiet. It's
So
weird
I
because even last night when we were playing, your audio was way louder, and I was like, "Oh, I can hear him today." And then the time we played before that, I was like bumping you up to 200%. I don't know what it is.
I think it probably matters how close, like
Oh,
here.
of
Probably
course.
sounds great, but
Yeah.
I don't generally stick my face that close to the mic. I need yeah, that's how you talk. I need a good mic stand, but I just don't. There's so many things I want to buy. But you need money for that, so
Yeah.
gotta wait.
I joined you on the unemployment line. Did I tell you
Hell
that?
yeah, dude. Congrats, man.
Well,
Congrats.
official last day is the 8th, so I only have like a couple more shifts left, but
Cool.
yeah.
It's just too much with childcare and stuff.
Yeah, and I was trying to do the math again in the shower, as everyone does math in the shower, right?
Yes.
And I so I got this list. Let me actually see
The
if I can
things that
pull it
get
up.
you off in your 40s. It's crazy, dude. It's the things you have
Ooh,
to do.
how much childcare is? Let's
You're the one.
fucking go.
You're the
Let's
one.
go.
Oh
Oh,
my
Gary.
god.
$1,300 for part-time
You,
childcare. I love
you can't,
it.
you can't divide by zero. You can't do
Oh, what do you mean it's only $1,300?
it.
Anyway, so this place sent me, hey, this inquiry for so here you go. So here we'll send you the handbook. This is how much it costs. And okay, so for infant, for full time 5 days, $2,400 a month. That's the lowest I've seen it. But
My god.
let's take my income times two. That's over one check.
That's so fucking crazy.
Let's go infant. So infant 2 times 2 days. Oh, that's 2 days per month. $1,900. No, no,
Two
that, that
days
must that
per
must mean
month?
per week. That must mean per week because it says per month, full time, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. That's got to be per week. It can't be
All right.
2 days. That would be insane. So 2 days per week, $1,900. Even then, that's a full paycheck for me. So for a full paycheck, that leaves me with $1,900 for the month. Or if I go into employment and I get approved for it, I think right now the benefit is 704 a month, so that's $2,800.
Yep.
So I could either have 1,800 by
Yep.
working and not seeing
And
my
then you can pay
daughter,
it. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
or I could have 20, what is 2,800
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
be at home with my daughter. And
It's a hard choice.
it sucks. It's not fun because even though the company I work for is going through a lot of shit right now, they could bounce back.
It's
They could
NASA, right?
things
You
could
work for
change.
NASA.
For
Is that right?
NASA, yeah, for Space NASA X. Um, I think that they could bounce back. They have great
Lovers
everything.
package is. I'm sorry. Where did you work? Lovers package.
Yeah,
And they've
Tesla.
been they've been in a lot of the political news lately.
Yeah. But like health insurance for me, I paid $0 every paycheck out of pocket for
That's
a
great.
full coverage.
Yeah, that's good.
So that was, and that's for everybody in the family.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's hard. It's hard to give up the stocks. It's hard to give up the people I work with. So I had to put my notice in, unfortunately. Um, but I all I can do is hope that I'm making the right decision and that I can
Dude,
find something
well,
else.
finally we can focus on, you could sit down, you can focus on the things that are like really important, your priorities, which is getting to gold in R6. Like that's, should be your number one goal here
That should be.
is
Yeah.
to get it down.
I'll have to get over this hurdle. I'm on this hump. I'm in this. I was looking at today and somebody put out a video about the 10 different stages of R6 players. And one of them was the hard stuck. Doesn't matter where you are, but like some people just get hard stuck and then they regress and they have to learn how to get over. Like, what are they doing wrong? They start blaming teammates. They stop focusing on their own game and they need to learn how to get over it. And sometimes it can take people years. I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's like I don't think it's going to take that long. So I mean, I played a lot of League, and League is kind of the same environment. There's the problem with these games is there's 90% of the player base is in two ranks, and so every
Yeah.
match you're playing, there's a
Yep.
very diverse amount of play styles and people and skill levels that you're playing against, even though we're technically the same rank, and
Yep.
it's kind of lame. So like we'll play a game where it's okay, it's our rank. These people are incredible. They're making their decisions. They know the maps. They're doing call outs, using strategy, and then we'll play the next game and people are fucking running around, spawn peeking, dying from falling. Like there's just such a variant amount. And so I think with like our biggest hurdle is really like we don't know enough about the maps and understanding that. Like
Yeah.
I know for me, when I have to sit there at the beginning of the round and like think like, what do I do here? And I have 15 seconds to figure it out. I'm going to make mistakes. It's not going to be clean, and I'm not going to be ready for cams. I'm not going to be ready in position. I'm not going to be expecting a lot of stuff because it's just hasn't. We don't have that experience. So I think it's hard because we're not seeing our rank go up, but I do think like we're absorbing the knowledge. It's
Yeah.
just spread out through 10 maps or whatever it is in the rank pool. So
Yeah.
it's yeah. So I mean, it's actually a good segue. So I want to spend this portion of our episode just talking about watch a little bit of the replay, but really just talk about the map, one site, because I think it'd be good to just pick one site per map first and go through that each of that. Like we have our preferred site each map, and what an ideal setup is for the characters that we play, and like what's our thought process, what's our agenda, just how to start the round. I think that will give us the best kind of like defense bang for a buck. I
Yeah.
don't really know what to do attack wise because I think that's a little different. Like we need an agenda, we need a plan, but I
Yeah.
don't know what that formula is yet. So so I'll start off. I looked at one of our I'll just share my screen here. I have two monitors, but they're all it's spread out differently right now. So I'll share this. Includes tab audio. Beautiful. Wait, what? Entire screen. Boom. Share. That's not the right screen. You're going to see yourself for a second. Oh, no. I need to share audio. This is not prepared.
That's all right. We got time.
Boom.
So the neat thing that I learned about Riverside, this program we're using. Oh, I can hear myself too.
Can you?
No, we're good. We're good. It was the game starting.
All right. You can see this.
Yep.
You can see audio.
See audio, yeah, I can see audio.
See audio. That's good. You can see the colors of the audio. That's good. So I mean, I started watching this match. We were on defense 4. We got wrecked. This is the last ranked match we played, and there's a lot. In my opinion, there's like so many mistakes we make that it doesn't really make sense to go through the whole thing and kind of point out what we're doing, maybe what we should do. I really do think like just getting the first 30 seconds of setup locked on every map first on defense is going to help us a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for instance, I play mute. Like if I'm just focusing on mute every match, like I went through, all right, where are the 3 mutes?
Well, you're Scopus right now.
Yeah, which is, it's all right. It was a rough night. All right. It was a rough night. Hey, how many rounds did I play Scopus before playing this game with Scopus?
None.
Yeah, this is
the first Scopus.
So not my finest decision, but you got to explore, dude. You got to date girls that are 10 years younger than you. So it's just part of the process. So I decided like, all right, if I put a mute, I looked at where they droned in from and on the first map and how can I block that? So it's like, okay, if I rush and I grab one mute here, and one mute on these back stairs, I got all entrance covered and it's going to deny vision because that's my job as mute. But I think we should talk about, what is our ideal site setup on this map? And I haven't done any research on this, so I don't know the answer here.
Same, yeah.
But I think let's talk about it. So I don't really see the benefit of having any of these walls reinforced.
So I do. And I think I was mentioning that to you yesterday that if we don't have a Mira, I always put walls up on our perimeter, mainly because so if you scroll down to where you are, you come up the stairs right there, right? Or you come through where Tim the Destroyer is, and you make that hard right up to where I am. All you have to do is shoot a hole see where my character is. So entry point, I wish I could put my cursor on your screen and show you what I'm looking at, but so where you and Tim are, you can enter from there, or you can enter from the stairs down by KR, whatever the name is, Creeko, to the left, bottom left. lower right there. So
Oh,
you can
got
enter
you.
the stairs. So
Yep.
those are 2 entry points. Then you can make that hard left, and all you have to do, if you have a drone in there, ping someone and you can shoot them behind the bar. Right?
Oh, I see. So
You can shoot them
they're
behind the
shooting
bar.
through this wall, right?
The wall to the left where I am.
So they're shooting you through this wall.
They could. They
Because
could
they're
also
coming
shoot you through
around
the. They can.
this
They can
way.
also. Yep. They can also shoot you through the wall you talked about. So that's why
Yes.
I personally, unless a teammate has a preference, which I'm down for changing it up with preferences, I'm down for leaving them open, but also give me like, are you going to hold that site? Because if I'm holding the
Definitely.
site, I want that protection against me. Mainly for those reasons, right?
Yep.
So that's why my thought process is always like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and protect all the outer walls unless we're playing outside of that space. So like on a site, right, where that map is showing.
Yep. So
Oh,
this
this
is
is cool.
Villa.
I wish we
So
could share this and draw on over it.
well,
So
I do have this like set up on my tablet. So
what a fucking nerd.
I know we can share this. I was doing some research, some really important research here.
So
So
we were
you're
looking
saying
right
like,
underneath A with the with where the bar is.
yep. So this is where you were at.
Yep. So to that wall to the left and the
Yep.
wall to the right, you could shoot through those and hit the person behind the bar
Yep.
if they're not protected. But again, if you want to, if you know how to play it differently, cool, take it over. I won't block it on you. But that's just like if I'm gonna hold sight behind that. Now let's pretend that we leave those 2 walls open. Is there a room next to it that we're playing open? Like it's not like we just go to the other side of the wall on the left and then we have another room there that we can play and look into a side. It's just a hallway. And no one hangs out in that hallway because you're going to get screwed to the north or to the south.
So do you have a certain defender that you would want to play on this map specifically?
The one I've had the most luck with so far is Azami. And I say luck because I don't have a perfect setup for this. What I typically do, my Azami, so with Azami, I set up walls just in the areas I think they're going to be most beneficial, which is usually the ones in the safe. So set those up. The ones on A site,
Yeah,
depending on where I spawned.
you're
Yep,
talking about this one?
that one right there.
Okay.
Just because I don't like people sneaking in over there easily. If they're going to, they're going to use utility.
That makes
Um,
sense.
and then
So
I do the ones on
that.
A site to the left, and then that one that I showed you. But the ones on, so the one between A and B to the north part by the safe, I blow that open up a little bit.
This one?
I blow it up right there, right. So you see where the
Let me
safe
just
is?
use a different color. So this one's probably
Right there.
open, right? So you
Well,
blow that open?
I blow open the top. So the way that I like to do is I blow open that with a frag grenade, and then I put a next to it. I put a barricade, a wall, and then I do footholes after that.
Got it.
I don't know if that makes sense. So one of them is a rotate, one of them is a foothole.
Yep.
Um, and then yeah, I kind of block off everything else. But then above the letter B,
Trying to find a color palette. I didn't make one, but okay.
above B, see that rectangle? That's like a desk or like a
This?
freaking nope. So directly above B, like right next to it. See that rectangle?
This?
So that's like a little some sort of like a table of sorts that's holding stuff, right? So I'll typically put a Kiba barrier that goes. It would be going horizontally at this one, at the edge of B.
Because you want to block lines.
I block the fire coming from the south.
Okay, so you block this.
Yes, by putting a Kiba barrier at the very top of that. No, the other side, the other side of it.
This side.
Yep, I put a Kiba barrier right there, so it goes horizontally, and that's the other day when you were like, you said something. I think you saw me like lock that area down. Somebody was coming from the north because there's that window there,
Yeah.
or the stairs, or the other area, and I could Kiba that doorway and that area I'm in, and I'm just locked in that little tight corner. So I can peek south, I can peek safe, I can peek the rotate. And that's kind of like a little safe area for me. It's probably not the smartest because it is such a small space, but I've had decent success there.
So I think, I mean, my inclination is that, all right, we need to reinforce these 2 walls.
Unless we have a mirror.
Yeah, that's true. Because these are technically 2 walls each, I think. So you
Yep.
can mirror one. So
And
mirror
I've
would be good
seen that.
here.
I've seen mirrors there a lot. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
right, but I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot too. Getting a mirror
If
on that.
anything, you could mirror the left one, and then so on B, the horizontal B.
Yep. So you're talking about just choose a different color.
If we played Mira, we
Like
could
mirror here.
nope other side
So mirror here.
mirror there, and then mirror the vertical one that I foothold.
This one.
Nope, the one right next to that one that you just mirrored. So it's actually touching it.
This
Up,
one.
up.
This one.
Yeah. So see how you scribbled it out because I said I blow footholes in it.
Yep.
You could actually mirror it if you want to look into A.
I think so. I think this makes sense to open up completely. So B,
Yeah.
you open up completely. I mean, so this is my theory. So if we opened up B completely here, and you do footholes in this wall, footholes in this, you know what I'm talking about, like super
Yeah.
low footholes, so you could see them because they're gonna come through here or they're gonna come through here. They're not gonna usually prone and look inside there, right? They're gonna be looking doors. So you're gonna get an advantage if you have that. And if we break this open and we have this nice and secure, we can be chilling in this in B site, controlling A from that angle. You know what I'm saying?
I think the footholds would be good if we were playing like coppers. If we're playing people who are droning, they're gonna drone, see there's a bunch of footholds, and they're gonna peek us.
I think you're overestimating the ability of
We could
silver
try it.
players.
We could try it. We could definitely try it.
I
I'm not
think
opposed to trying new things because I've not done them and I don't know the success rate.
yeah, that makes sense. Um, what is the best two operators to play on this site is the question. If we do this, Mira
Mm.
makes sense. One of us goes Mira
Hmm.
for
Where would
that
the other
wall.
mirror go?
Well, I think if we actually had like that one of these
Yep,
walls
that mirror there,
reinforced,
right?
and then you have another mirror right
Yep.
there.
And then if you open the footholes, that mirror can kind of hold a
Yeah, you
lot of
can
different
watch.
angles.
That's
Yep.
correct.
Yep.
And you still have the safe door, so you could still kind of go in and you could play, in here if you wanted to.
Yep.
Um, but you have just one position where you're standing, and you have access to that.
Yeah.
Another person would be Azami's. Like Azami's good for everything. I don't like you could do the door here because you have to watch. We have to
Yep.
watch essentially this area. Let's get a different color. I need a color palette for this. It's all right. Trial and error. So you got to watch like this way,
You're
this
colorblind.
way.
Everything's just gray. You're just marking a bunch of
I know,
grays.
dude. Just
this
different
is
grays.
this gray, that gray.
This window is not so threatening of people getting in, but having angles to shoot from,
Mm.
um, up the stairs, coming this way, because I think they can get through that way because there's a skylight, I believe. So yeah, so reinforcing this wall is mandatory. I feel like
Yep.
reinforcing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we have enough time to do 7 walls?
Between the two of us
We should, right?
and set up our equipment.
Yeah.
If whoever's mirror is also setting up their equipment, that's potential. Yeah. We should.
I mean, Mira, I can definitely do. I don't think you would reinforce this wall, huh?
So who would
This
the second be? Would it be a zombie or would we do like a Cade on the safe door, on the safe
Cade's not
wall,
a bad idea.
on the safe wall to at least buy some time, even if they have an EMP?
Yeah, Cade's not a bad idea. I've rarely seen people breach here, but
I do it. I do it because I know that hardly anybody watches it.
yep. Cade's always good. Anything to deny or take up time from these entrances also makes it worthwhile, like a Jaeger or a Wamai. You could set shit on
That's
these,
true. Yeah, that's a good point.
on this, just to buy time. Um, Cade or Jaeger would both work. Do we have to have a mirror here? Is that the best course?
No,
Probably is.
I'm not saying we have to. I'm just saying I've seen it.
The only reason I ask is because like I think it is the best because you can block all this off. We could still block off one, have two. I mean, I guess we wouldn't have as much information. Yeah, let's just go. Let's go with the Mira. So I'll play Mira, and you play a Cade
Or a Jaeger or
or
Womai.
a Jaeger or my. And if you do Cade, then you'll electrocute here. and then you'll electrocute probably like
That one right there.
this one.
Yep. I mean, that's the only other solid one
Yeah,
we have.
yeah, 2 wall right there. That which is good because if they have uh, Habana or something like that, it's going to come in through there.
True. That's a good point.
Um, so
Or
then
ace.
you'll have all that, and if it's a Wamai, you'll just go here. Here's good. I mean, we would need, I guess, the secondary. I don't know what Mira's secondary is, but if it's barbed wire, we just need barbed wire here because this is a pretty big like
Yep. That's a big push.
danger zone. And then footholds here. Cool. I like it. So that's a good plan of attack. So
Defense.
I like doing this. I mean, the problem is like there is like 10 fucking maps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's 10
And
maps.
sights.
So let's just to stay consistent. Let's talk about attack on this here.
Yeah.
So same site, same setup, but on attack, they're probably going to have. Let's just assume they're going to have this. They might have a Mira. I don't see a lot of footholds in our rank, but they could. And there tends to be like potentially somebody lurking in here. Definitely somebody behind bar. Definitely here. Somebody on B somewhere. And then somebody's usually like
roaming up north. Yeah.
Usually playing like here. How many is that? How many people?
That's funny.
15?
That's 5. That's funny because that's where I've been playing lately is up there.
It's good. I mean, it's a pretty good power spot, but you can get flanked. It depends on your champion, right? Like if I'm playing Mira, I'm on site anchored.
Yep.
So if you played like Jaeger, if you played Jaeger or Wamai, once you plant your stuff, you're good to go. So well, Wamai's a little different because it takes charge. But if you're playing Jaeger, you throw your stuff where it needs to go, then it doesn't matter if you die.
Wait, you have to charge it with my stuff?
Yeah, Wamai has like a countdown thing. So it's like you get 1 at the beginning of the round, and then it's like a
I see what you're saying.
it's like it has a certain time up. It's cool. I like that we're doing this. Actually, this is a.
So below B, I used to push there, but as you said, it's either blocked off a lot, or there's people hanging out there, and it's very open. So
fireplace. Is that what you're talking about?
So now is just a lot. It's a lot harder, in my opinion, to push there. I've been pushing above B in that tiny little gap, or up in that spot that we were just talking about, up to the north.
So you like to start off trying to control that?
I either come in, one of those two ways, or the spot that's directly above that tiny little hallway room thing.
Which is right this
hallway room? The one directly above B. That one.
This one. Oh yeah.
So I peeked that a lot. I peeked that a lot with Ying. The thing I was thinking of, if we get someone like either Sens or Rorora, you can block that one off, potentially on both sides with Sens. That way you can just jump in. But with Rorora, if you do peek that little spot above B, you can at least get that doorway. So that way, all you have to worry about is now the right side.
Yeah, so you're talking about Aurora, this doorway?
Yep. Or Sens both spots and just jump in. But I like coming in that way, so that way you can just take out whoever's in B. B rotate to usually safe, depending on what they've done with their A to B wall.
Yeah, I think this is a good wall to take. Actually,
that's a nice one.
Right. Yeah, I think this is the objective here, and it's not. It's inside, so the chances of it being electrocuted are very small, and it's also like you have enough cover. So if I'm coming here with like a thermite, it's not as big of a risk because
if you go there, you do have to peek the hallway down below first.
Yeah.
Because if you don't and someone hears you, they will come up and kill you. It's happened to me multiple times. So you have to check that, make sure it's clear first.
So I think you're onto something. I think if we run
or gridlock that hallway.
That's very true. So if we run, you basically start of the round, break this shit. If you know, why not?
Yep, just to have it open.
Break those two open. They can peek from. Where do they peek from? I think it's this room. Occasionally they peek. They have somebody here sometimes. I've been killed from this room. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know if I've been killed in that room before.
If I'm out here,
I know what you do. Yeah.
But I think like getting on the roof, would we drop skylight here?
I dropped skylight yesterday and it was terrifying.
Yeah, it's
I
very
didn't like it.
scary. I don't know because it's
You're
just like
really open.
37 places where they could just get you
Yeah.
to.
You're really open, but also the chances of someone being there is 1 out of 5 being anywhere nearby versus
Mhm.
the other places. It's like you have a 4 out of 5 chance of people being near those other windows.
Yep.
But
Or
then you also have to go up the stairs.
we could come in this entrance to this window and then
Yep.
walk our way through.
The one that's really popular is see that little L that you made in blue on the left?
Yep.
The one that's really popular is people coming in the window to the left of that.
Is there a window over here?
Lower, right there.
So that window.
That's a popular one. And then across from it's a soft wall.
That makes sense.
And
So
then
this is a soft wall. So
that's a
it's a
soft
solid
wall.
soft wall. Okay.
And then it's a solid soft wall. And then so they come in through there and then it just head straight down. So
They
because
go.
down, that's a hallway, that's an open hallway. If you just go down from there, that's a
Wait.
doorway. I don't know if
This
you can
is a
see it.
doorway?
That's a doorway. Yep.
Got it. Okay.
So that's a popular one. I mean, as well as the one next to the star. That's the blue star. That's also a popular one.
This room.
Yep. Or at least like coming through that way. Yeah.
I think this makes sense to me if we just go here. I don't know where this is. I mean, it's gonna be hard to find in a match, but coming through here, and as long as we're together, one person drones, we just do the whole
Yep.
recon thing. We gain control of the hallway. The biggest thing I've noticed is like, okay, if I'm playing a breacher, I hate when I die when I still have my breach charge and I haven't
Yeah.
done anything. It's because then it's like you're not getting any hard walls. So
Yeah.
the biggest thing for me would be to get into here and use my thermite as soon as I possibly can.
Yeah.
So if
Well,
we
thermite would be if it's oh no, thermite does hard breach, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
thermite's
Yeah.
yep, hard breach guy.
Yeah.
Or ace. I mean ace is fine too. Ace is good too.
Yeah.
Um
Thermite's nice because it'd blow the whole thing wide open.
yeah, and it's quicker if you're not, but you're more vulnerable, but it is quicker. So I think if we come in here and you had like somebody like a Ying just to help secure
Yep.
some of this map, and then
I mean,
we
sense as well. We always
yep.
forget about. You could diagonal throw that sense from where the entry is down to the bottom right. Does that make sense? Sense.
Like
Does that make sense?
like
Like
that.
that? Yep. That'll help give us cover to get across to where we need to go.
That's true. Because is this open?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the hallway where the stairs are.
So then we got to come in this room. We got to check. We got a drone to make sure there's no people peeking that, and then we got to walk our way down here, peek this corner, and then make sure we full control this hallway at least up until here.
Sorry, the other one, and I keep saying, I know we're focusing on a lot of people, or I am at least, gridlock, because I just started using gridlock. But gridlock
That's
would also
another
help
one.
lock that down. We throw a
Yep.
gridlock right there, throw a gridlock down
Gridlock,
the other hall, and
and then
then it buys
gridlock.
us both time.
Yep.
One person to breach, the other person to kind of still protect.
I think that's a better move because we still have drones, so we don't necessarily need your flashes. So we drone in, you gridlock here, you gridlock here. We get to this, we hard breach, and do we enter right away? Is the question.
I mean, it depends, I guess, on the situation, right? We could back up and drone. Well, I don't know if we want to back up too much. We could drone, we could enter. I feel like if it's a thermite, it's going to blow the whole wall. We probably need to act pretty quick
Yeah.
because we're not going to have many places to hide. Because if we peek back into those hallways, we're going to get shot potentially.
Yep.
So yeah, we probably need to figure out. And I think there's actually a drone hole there. I could be wrong, but we could drone real quick before we do that. Again, even if I had gridlocks left, you could throw one on either side to prevent more people from coming through.
See what would make sense if we have the bomb. So I'm gonna try to start. I'm starting to try to take the
Yep.
bomb on attack just
Yep.
to like get used to that since it's just gonna be us against the world here. So if I'm hard breach and I have the bomb, then I feel like at least I need to focus on staying alive. But outside of that, like we can control the game. So if we come in here, we get information before we blow, after you locked out those, and then we are able to gridlock that area probably. Depending on this wall situation, it's probably still going to be soft. I doubt people are going to open it up. And so we should be able to walk into A and plant either here or plant behind desk. That makes sense?
Yeah. Plant behind you, behind the bar, you said? Yeah.
Either here or here. Okay.
Sorry, over there, or where's the second one?
You like all? I have a bunch of scribbles on this thing.
You
So it's like bomb.
so I know this is a different like it's probably asking a lot, but it's just another idea. I don't know. Are you using Sketchbook? Can you import images?
I can screen cut. I can absolutely like snip and paste. I can
You
also,
should
yeah,
you should
I
get the
can add
little
images.
diffuser.
Yeah,
The little
that's
diffuser,
true.
just
I
like
should.
put it like where you want it to be.
I think
Fuck,
what
you
I'll
could probably,
do.
if you could get icons, you could do that with everything, dude. You could put like a
Yeah,
little gridlock there, the Wamais and spots. I mean, I know it's just thinking way too large. It's probably unnecessary, but it's fucking
well, I think what I mean,
layer it and shit.
I'll have like color. I'll have like a color. This will be a little bit more refined next time, but I like this approach. If we just spend time doing one map, one site, defense and attack per episode that we do, I think that will be really helpful. And I'll have some sort of like color code, and I'll also look online to see what is a viable strategy because we're just kind of assuming,
Yeah.
just based on our judgment. But I like this because it gives me, because when we go into Villa, we have a plan, and that's, I think, our biggest lacking, our biggest hole right now is like I don't have an agenda. My agenda is just sporadic. It's like, okay, I'm going to cover with Mute. I'm going to cover stairways, and I got to find out where they're at, and then try to board up. But cool. I'm happy with that.
And then now when we play tonight, we're not going to get this map at all.
Yeah, or we're gonna get it and totally fucking forget what we just talked about and just fail.
We're not going to do anything.
I'm gonna go Scopos again, just right away, dude. Cool. I'm gonna stop sharing. All right, cool. So that concludes this beautiful segment.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be able to see it from that view.
Yeah, it's just like football coaches. Cool. Then let's throw out some. Here, let's see if this catches it. No. All right. You said you don't have much to share, right?
Well, I have a lot of clips. I haven't gone through them. Yeah. Actually, it's funny. I have clips from that map. Oh,
nice.
That's the one where Blackbeard was pushing me. And I kept saying, Blackbeard! Oh, here's one where I have this would actually let me show you what I'm talking about.
Yep. I'll stop.
This would be exactly what I was talking about with my Azami placement. God, it sounds like they picked up my freaking the games always switch to picking up my camera for some reason.
Does it sound like that?
It does.
I was having terrible audio with my stuff, but it was because I was set on dual channel and it's a mono input.
All right. Let me know if it's too loud and crazy sounding. Let's see that Azami right there.
Might be on me out this window because it's shooting.
So that's the bank door. I put an Azami there. And then I have another one to my left that's on that thing I was telling you about. Because they came in that window.
Remember that. I definitely remember that one. That was good. Yeah, you held it down there. And what we don't see in that clip is you probably delayed for like 50 seconds.
I waited.
Well, your barriers just delayed them. Like they could,
yeah.
They were locked. And that was huge because I think it was only you and me left, or you and one other person left. And it might have just been you. I don't know. But nice, dude.
Oh, here's the one where you're like, why did our bomb fucking push? And it was me. Yeah, that was me.
I talked shit. And then when I was thinking about it, I was like, that could have been Anthony.
It was me. Those are different sites. Okay, I just want to make sure. So this is another one. I think that was from the same site. Oh, come on, pause it. Sorry, I'm trying to pause this one. So this is me being Legion. So I said I like to play that. You said that power spot. Well, I was there, was getting some action, and had to make a decision to rotate somewhere else. So I rotated all the way back to the other spot. As you can see, it's not walled off. So I'm in that top left corner by the safe. So that wall to my right is the safe wall. We didn't get the safe wall. So I'm over here trying to protect it against a freaking Blackbeard.
Yeah, that makes sense to go on that wall. I've never gone in that wall. That makes so much sense.
It's just wide open.
And it's wide open. It's protected.
The hard part is I also have to watch out for my back because then there's this long hallway too, which a lot of people like to shoot you
There's
from.
a window there.
And there's a window there. Yep,
Just
to my
weird
like
because-
behind me to my left. Yep.
So I think on defense, yeah, you just board that up and then forget about it.
Yep.
I think that's the way to go.
Yep. Cool. I'm glad I had some from yesterday because
Yeah, it's the same map.
it makes total
Very
sense.
nice. Should I share mine?
No. Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll go. Let's see. I think I have 3 clips. I already scrubbed mine out. So what is this? These are not the same matches.
I know if I don't delete clips, they just pile up, and then I have way too
I
many.
had a ton, dude. I had like 12, and I'm like, these suck, but
Mhm.
that's the way it works. Volume too loud?
It's a little loud, but that's fine. It's louder than your voice.
Good.
What? That's good. It's good. Right there. Boom. Shoot his feet. Oh, how did he know you were there?
I don't know.
That's.
was- I know.
mm,
So there is obviously a scan.
Four eliminated.
I love my. I always do some sort of passionate, response to my clips.
Christmas,
It's
everyone.
always like, "Holy shit, dude!"
oh,
I get really into it. All right.
happy Hanukkah.
I don't know where the other one's shooting you from.
Great,
Boom.
One on
Ghost.
4 remaining.
What a nice shotgun.
I have better skins now. This was actually good information. The ping was not right, and then that was perfect.
Holy shit,
Dude, nice.
I love my. Holy shit, dude!
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
This is just good game sense. I was like, I should block that off.
You playing Legion?
Yeah, playing Legion.
I don't know if I've ever seen you play Legion.
What the fuck is that sound, dude? Right here.
Drone in. I just knew.
Boom. Yep.
Last
Nice.
Wow.
Four
Nice.
eliminated.
Easy.
Successful.
Another Legion kill
That's
to
awesome.
end it all.
Legion's great.
Yeah, he is good. He is good. If you're gonna play offside at all, he's a great one to do it. I feel like.
Slows people down a lot because they either have to shoot it or they have to get hit by it.
And it's hard to see. Even though it's not invisible, it's still hard to see. So
Yep.
Cool, man. So I think that's good. I think we covered a lot today. So let's go practice what we preach.
Sick.
You good? All right.
Yep.
Signing off for now.
I'll be on there in just a minute.
Sounds good.
Later.